Great rising, great being, great ending, depending on what part of time this reaches you. Peace, love, and blessings to everybody. Peace, love, and blessings to everybody. We'll start by thanking God for what he's doing in my life, and a quick reminder, don't forget about God when he bless you. Don't forget about God. That being said, I know sometimes it's hard. Some days things don't make sense. Some days even the people that we trust the most make sense, or the environments that we find ourselves in don't make sense. God's ways and God's miracles and God's timing don't gotta make sense for it to be what it needs to be. A lot of times we try to put an understanding or put a question on why things are the way they are, why people are the way they are, why situations become the way they are. But at the end of the day, that's what makes faith such a strong and powerful thing, because a lot of times you just have to put things in your faith that's what's best, that it's for a reason, that you're not just going through what you're going through just to go through it. You're not dealing with the people who you're dealing with just to deal with them. Even if they hurt you. In the Bible, look how they hurted Jesus. Look how they hurt Jesus. Look at the things they did to Jesus, but still, Jesus had faith enough in his purpose and the things that he were going through to accept that it played a part in whatever God had planned. So a lot of times you got to remember, that's what you're pushing for. It's not always about you. We got to stop being so selfish about our life. We got to start being so selfish about the things that we experience. And remember, sometimes it's not about you. Sometimes it's something you're going to have to go through and you're going to have to deal with, because it may be a testimony at the end of that. It may be a lesson at the end of that you may have to share with someone else. Or if you are a parent, there's a lesson in the struggles, a lesson in the trials and tribulations you went through, because now you could take what you learned and experienced through God and share it with your children. And that may be the thing to break the generational curse. That may be the thing to bless your family in a way it's never been blessed before. So sometimes you got to sit back and relax and understand that what faith is your will in God to trust what he has planned for you without you knowing the plan. We can't control everything. Everything is not meant to be in our control. Because you know what? If everything was in our control, we would mess things up. Sometimes it's not meant for us to know when and where and why things are going to happen or who it's going to happen with, because a lot of time if God reveals that information to us, we jack it up. I mean, look at what we do with each other. Look at what we do when other people tell us our plans and we don't support them. We don't believe in it. You jack it up. So this is just a moment for you to realize, hey, I think I'ma just put it in God's hands. I think I'ma just have some faith here. I think I'ma just relax and trust what's unfolding and trust what's happening. Don't overthink. I made a post, overthinking. It can ruin a lot of things. More importantly, your morale. Allow your faith to be what it needs to be, so God can be who he is. So God can be who he is. Don't spend too much trying to figure out what needs to happen or what doesn't need to happen. As long as it happens. A blessing is still going to be a blessing no matter when you get it. A blessing is still going to be a blessing no matter if you understand it or not. A blessing is still a blessing. And that's the beauty of God's grace. That's the beauty in the walk of Jesus Christ. Because while he was on this earth, he showed us how to be open and to be ready for what God has in store for us, to be present with what God has for us, or to be present in what God has for us. As always, never give up, never settle. Always be yourself, always love yourself. And remember, God loves you. Life is beautiful when we allow it to be.